UFC 219's co-main event will feature the return of unbeaten Habib Nurmagamedov, who began spending his fight camps in California 6 years ago, when high-level training did not exist in his native Dagestan. While his stateside collaboration with the American Kickboxing Academy has continued his progression in MMA, Nurmagomedov's fighting style is a tribute to the combat sambo skills instilled in him since childhood.
He's a world champion sambo fighter who wants to be a world champion mixed martial arts fighter, and he's got that world champion technique.
My best background is like smash opponents.
Nurmagomedov is very aggressive, just keep firing. He's a wild dude, yeah.
I all the time go forward. I all the time try to take down somebody.
And here's the big slam.
Make him give up.
And he is a beast.
This is my style, you know. This is what I do all my life.
At 29 years of age, Nurmagomedov boasts an astounding 24-0 professional record.
Nurmagomedov just mauling Abel Trujillo.
He has more takedowns in a single bout than any other fighter in UFC history.
Over and over again, just ragdolling him here.
Nurmagomedov has yet to lose a single round in the octagon.
He has been able to dominate every single opponent that he has fought.
And the unstoppable contender is on track for a UFC title shot.
Man, what a display of dominance by Habib Nurmagomedov.
Good to be one.
I want to become UFC lightweight champ, and I want to retire undisputed and undefeated lightweight champion. This is my dream.
Michael should tap, or he's going to break his arm. He's going to break his arm. Hit it's all over.
That's why I'm in this sport.
And after a performance like this, how can you deny this man?
Although Nurmagomedov's relocation to California was prompted by a lack of resources back home in Dagestan, his burgeoning success in the UFC has since started a revolution across all of Russia, represented by his growing fight team, Eagles MMA.
We have 3 champions. We have 4 more UFC fighters, couple more brothers, and my cousins, Nurmagomedovs. They have very big motivation, and I think I'm gonna help these guys for coming to US and signing in UFC, not for like competition. We wanna win belts.
While fight camp resumes in San Jose, California, Nurmagomedov continues to receive guidance from his father, Abdulmanap. The MMA pioneer in Dagestan remains overseas, but closely monitors his son's progress each day.
Assalamu alaikum.
For me, it's very hard. He's not here, but like all the time, I talk with him about my diet, about my weight, about my feeling, like everything. Last like 7 years, I fight without him. I fight without him, but when I go to the cage, he's my heart. He is my heart all the time.
Nurmagomedov and his father have been working towards a UFC title shot for a lifetime. A win on December 30th could grant them that long-awaited opportunity. Whether a title shot means facing lightweight champ Conor McGregor or interim title holder Tony Ferguson, the belt is within reach for both Nurmagomedov and his UFC 219 adversary. But for Brazilian kickboxer Edson Barboz, he did not always envision that this would be his journey.
In the beginning of my career, my dream is not fight MMA, my dream is to fight kickboxing, but nothing working, you know, for that side, for Muay Thai side.
Go 1 round as fast as you can, 30-second break, all right, and then 5 times through that.
I definitely not see this. I'm an MMA fighter, but if I work hard, if I give my best, I can be UFC champ. That's my goal right now.
Less than 2 years after strapping on the 4-ounce gloves, Barboza entered the UFC.
Barboza, known for his explosive and dynamic power in his strikes.
Where he put his most lethal weapons to work.
Very exciting newcomer.
Great example of the new generation of fighters coming into the UFC.
He's just a straight-up athlete. You can see that in his striking.
Everything he throws is just picture perfect.
He's just so explosive and so fast. You make a mistake for a split second, and he'll make you pay.
Oh! This is historic. This is the very first spinning heel kick KO in the history of the UFC.
Edson is always just a highlight reel.
The only guy we've ever seen to stop 2 fights by leg kick. He's one of the more dynamic kickboxers in the UFC.
Knees, spinning kicks, you know, whatever you could possibly think of, he's done it.
No one kicks like this guy. He's a monster, man. That kid is a monster. Very, very impressive.
Don't many guys have a knockout with a low kick. Body kick.
Oh! Another highlight for Edson Barboza! Whoa!
Head kick. I have knockout with all in UFC.
The quickness and the technique is unparalleled.
12 UFC wins led Barboza to his last fight, which took place back home in Brazil. And he added one more highlight to his reel.
Edson Barboza, as intimidating a striker to prepare for as there is in this lightweight division. Oh! Edson Barboza does it again! One of the best highlight reels in the sport.
Tô pronto, galera, pra lutar o cinturão. Tô pronto, lutou! Tô pronto, lutou!
To claim his right to a title shot, Barboza must hand Habib Nurmagamedov his first career loss.
Moves to 24-0.
When they face off on December 30th in Las Vegas.
I look at him just one more opponent. If I go there, I give my best, I want to win this fight.
When UFC 219's Edson Barboza relocated to the United States from Brazil 8 years ago, the difficult transition was made possible by his wife, Bruna, who's long been the cornerstone of her husband's fighting career.
This photo was when he proposed to me, like, in Brazil. This one, I think we were 17 years old. I gave him this shirt. I think he has this shirt till today.
Yeah.
It was my first present to him.
My wife, she give me all support. It make me just stay focused on training, getting better and better. But I still talk to my mom, my daddy every single day.
Olha, Noah, você tá blowing bubbles.
I really miss my parents, my friends in Brazil. Thank God for my training partners. I really love these guys and
They are our family over here. They are our family.
Barboza's tight-knit team in New Jersey, which includes former UFC lightweight champions Frankie Edgar and Eddie Alvarez, was developed in part by jiu-jitsu coach Ricardo Almeida.
Whoa! That is some top-shelf Brazilian jiu-jitsu right there.
Whose experience competing in the octagon helped him bring a core group of lesser-known fighters into the spotlight.
Great, bring it in, guys. You know, when hidden in the woods of New Jersey and not too many people know they were even here, I want to keep my head tight, okay? I'm gonna start sitting. We're just dedicated to each other and we're dedicated to achieving individual goals together. I'm just very excited where we are now. Everyone fighting for huge fights, and it's no different with Edson. Stay on that head, don't block. Watch how my hip never touches the mat.
As the team's top striker prepares to face the aggressive and undefeated Sambo specialist, Habib Nurmagamedov.
Just a masterpiece performance of grappling.
They draw confidence from Barboza's extraordinary talent.
He's a natural athlete, and you can always expect the fight to finish in a fraction of a second.
There is no better matchup. For Edson to get in there and have the opportunity to fight a guy like Habib, It's exciting to show the fans that he could do a lot more than just strike.
Despite the team's confidence in their fighter, they know Nurmagomedov is unbeaten for a reason and presents some unique challenges.
You have to be very sharp, being able to stop his ground and pound, or he's just going to wear you out. So a lot of the work that we're doing is get Edson ready to deal with that barrage. Everyone's excited, and you know it's going to be fireworks before the 31st for sure.
Barboz's UFC 219 opponent is one that has become recognized globally through an exhilarating MMA campaign. Although the widespread acclaim that Habib Nurmagomedov has garnered is unlike anything he ever expected. And as Russian MMA shares in the rising popularity, the region's media outlets have expanded their coverage of the sport.
MMA is one of the biggest sports in the world now. And, you know, in Russia it's become big because big promotion in TV. When only internet promote the sport, it's not bad, but when TV is coming, this sport becomes very big.
Back in the United States, where Nurmagomedov spends each training camp, mainstream sports have long held a massive television presence. Luckily for Nurmagomedov, his stateside media obligations are guided by teammate and UFC light heavyweight champion, Daniel Cormier, who also happens to be one of the sport's biggest TV personalities.
Show me questions.
No.
What?
What do you want?
No, just one.
One question?
No.
I'll give you one question.
When I have interview with Russia, you know, like, I feel more comfortable, you know. Here is maybe my language is maybe people don't understand.
You're fighting Edson Barboz at UFC 219.
Question.
That's the question.
This is not question.
You know, the first time he was here, he was so nervous. It was his first English interview, but he's getting much better. You're fighting Edson Barboz at UFC 219. How does he stack up to the rest of your opponents? Is he gonna be the toughest guy?
You know, Edson is very good on his feet, but he have to worry about a lot of things. My boxing, my pressure, my conditioning, my wrestling, my top control. I have to stop his only kicks.
Khabib brings an intensity with him that's welcomed in the gym. Not only that, but he brings good training partners. It's always nice to see the work ethic.
In an effort to lead by example, Habib has brought his cousin Omar Nurmagomedov to camp for UFC 219. And inside the walls of San Jose's American Kickboxing Academy, the undefeated bantamweight can get a first-hand look at the highest level of professional training.
AK is one of the biggest and strongest team in the world. He have to feel this. He have to feel how he work with UFC fighters. This training system is very good for me. I keep improve myself and, you know, I keep winning.
While it's hard to improve on a perfect career, the team feels more prepared than ever before, heading in against Edson Barboz on December 30th.
This time around, he came in better striker, better grappler, better condition. He's a dedicated athlete who devotes his time to his craft. Come December 30th, everybody's gonna know the new and improved Habib. You'll see.
UFC 219's co-main event will feature a clash of styles that harkens back to the sport's earliest matchmaking.
Potentially the best kickboxer on the UFC roster. One of the best grapplers in all of MMA.
Habib Nurmagomedov's unrelenting grappling ability has seen him finish fights
Hit is all over.
and break records.
The UFC record, 21 takedowns.
But his opponent, Edson Barboz, is equally skilled in the striking realm.
Another highlight for the reel!
And his preparation with former MMA champion Nick Gatto will have him ready for the challenge that lies ahead.
Well, I mean, you got the classic striker versus grappler. And it's going to come down to just who can get to their game first. You know, we know Habib wants to get it to the ground. He's not going to want to stand in the center of the cage with Edson.
Though he has the clear advantage on the feet, Barboz says he will be comfortable wherever the fight goes.
Fighting's feeling, you know. Sometimes in the ground I feel good, probably try attack him to me. If don't feel good, I try stand up. I'm not scared to take me down. But I have this fight going already.
Nurmagomedov has faced talented specialists before, but no matter what tools his opposition brings to the octagon, the top 5 lightweight enters with the same relentless pace he used to break every man he has ever competed against.
If he stops me one time, he have to stop me 100 times. Because I'm not going to stop.
And for head coach Javier Mendez, the true intrigue behind this matchup lies in the full range of combat skills possessed by his student.
Here we go, playtime.
Hard spot for the hard spot.
All right, go. Nice, very nice. Most people look at this as the classic striker versus wrestler type matchup. To some degree it is. Nice, good holdback. But it would be more so if Habib was only coming there just to grapple. In that boxing distance. There you go, nice. He's not. He's coming in there to punch your lights out. Can't be fooled. This is MMA. Everything goes.
No matter the method of victory, both teams are familiar with fights of this magnitude. They know what can happen, and they know the stakes.
You have two guys, they're both dynamic. They both want to finish you off, so, you know, it makes for an amazing fight. Pivot, pivot, pivot and hit.
Always step in the octagon, expect a big war, and I'm ready for this.
Keep that head, keep that distance close.
The winner of this fight, which will be Habib, will be fighting for the title, and they should be. Nice. He is the best, and he will prove it. Time.
The UFC's year-end event boasts a headliner between legendary female featherweights, as former bantamweight champion Holly Holm takes on the electrifying 145-pound title holder Chris Cyborg.
Oh, nice quick shoulders.
Who will exit the tunnels of T-Mobile Arena on December 30th with a reputation for fireworks.
When I walked in the arena with Chris, I could feel her drawing that electricity. You know what I mean? She has that. She has that. We know something's going to happen.
She is a destroyer.
Something's going to happen. It's going to be devastating. It's going to be fun to watch.
After you go inside the cage, it's me, her, you know, and I want knockout.
But Holly Holm is no stranger to fighting seemingly invincible champions.
She's hurt! Oh!
And she will be ready to block out the noise.
My mentality is just to embrace that moment.
What a performance by Holly Holm.
I'm focused and know I belong there.
Oh! The run around the head kick comes back!
December 30th, I'm going to show up, perform what I know I'm capable of, and come out with a win.